The global oil industry is a highly competitive and complex landscape where countries and companies are vying for dominance. In recent years, one of the most significant developments in this space has been the oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe. This geopolitical conflict has wide-ranging implications for not only the countries involved but also for other nations, including India. In this video, we will delve into the details of the oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe and explain how it could impact India and its economy. Oil war between Russia versus USA and Europe. The oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe began in 2014 when the United States imposed sanctions on Russia for its annexation of Crimea. Russia, in turn, retaliated by imposing sanctions on Europe and the United States, including banning imports of certain food products and limiting access to its oil and gas resources. The United States has been aggressively expanding its domestic oil production through the use of hydraulic fracturing, fracking, which has led to a surge in supply and a significant reduction in prices. This has put immense pressure on Russia, which relies heavily on oil and gas exports for its economic growth and stability. As a result, Russia has been forced to cut prices and increase production to maintain its market share. Europe, on the other hand, is heavily dependent on Russia for its energy needs, importing around 40% of its natural gas from the country. This has made Europe vulnerable to Russia's energy policies and has sparked concerns about energy security in the region. Impact on India. The oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe could have several implications for India, including impact on energy prices. India is heavily dependent on imports to meet its energy needs, with oil accounting for around 80% of its total energy consumption. Any disruption in global oil prices could significantly impact India's economy, as it would result in a sharp increase in prices and inflation. If the United States and Europe continue to flood the market with cheap oil, it could lead to a further reduction in prices, which would be beneficial for India. However, if Russia decides to cut production or impose sanctions, it could lead to a sharp increase in oil prices, which would be detrimental to India's economy. Impact on trade relations. India has historically maintained a strong relationship with Russia and has been a significant buyer of its oil and gas. However, India has also been exploring new trade relationships with the United States and Europe, particularly in the energy sector. If the oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe continues, it could force India to choose sides and potentially strain its trade relations with one or more of these countries. Impact on geopolitics. The oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe has broader geopolitical implications, as it has the potential to alter the global power dynamic. If the United States and Europe succeed in reducing their dependence on Russia for energy, it could weaken Russia's global influence and embolden other countries to challenge its dominance. This could lead to increased tensions between Russia and the West and potentially impact India's relationships with these countries. Impact on India's energy security. India's energy security is a significant concern, given its heavy dependence on imports to meet its energy needs. The country has been taking steps to diversify its energy sources and reduce its dependence on a single supplier, such as Russia. However, any disruption in the global oil market could impact India's energy security, as it would have to rely on costlier imports from other countries. This could also impact India's economic growth and stability, as the country's energy needs are closely linked to its GDP. Opportunities for India. Despite the challenges posed by the oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe, there are also opportunities for India to benefit from the conflict. India has been actively seeking to expand its own domestic energy production and reduce its dependence on imports. If the United States and Europe continue to flood the market with cheap oil, it could provide India with an opportunity to increase its own oil and gas exports and become a major player in the global energy market. Additionally, India could also benefit from the shifting power dynamics resulting from the oil war. As Russia's influence wanes, India could potentially play a more significant role in the global energy landscape and emerge as a key player in the region. Conclusion. The oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe is a complex geopolitical conflict that has far-reaching implications for the global energy landscape. It has the potential to impact India in several ways, including energy prices, trade relations, and geopolitical dynamics. India must remain vigilant and take steps to mitigate the risks posed by the oil war, including diversifying its energy sources and strengthening its relationships with key energy suppliers. At the same time, India must also seize the opportunities presented by the conflict, such as increasing its own energy production and expanding its global influence. The oil war between Russia, the United States, and Europe is likely to continue for the foreseeable future, and it will be essential for India to navigate this complex geopolitical landscape to safeguard its energy security and economic stability.